Hello there, folks. Sunday morning here. Got rain. You can see the puddles down there. It's been a very wet year here in Southern California. We've been in a drought. Yesterday I posted a video about the Tulpa Effect, which is new to me. The concept's new. The word's new, but not the concept. And someone left a comment, so I'm going to go ahead and read the comment. And I'm going to expand. We're probably going to do a reading from the book I wrote, Cretins. Right through here. We're gonna go ahead and read the comment. Alright. Okay there. Got it on my iPad. I've been to the bottom of the rabbit hole, and now I've climbed back out. The secret of life and death is revealed down there. There's an old poem turned into a nursery song, and it goes like this. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, merrily, life is but a dream. The person that wrote that poem went down and saw and climbed back up. And also revealed in Native American lore and belief, dreams are called little death because your spirit leaves your physical body and travels to the other side, then returns back here where you are anchored to this life by your protective host physical being, meaning your body. Life is but a dream, and so is the afterlife. So now, I say to you, good morning. Are you awake now? Thank God you didn't have to take the red or blue pill. Drugs are bad for you, and being awoken is even worse if you don't have a guide to show you the way. Class in session. So, this was a comment that someone left because I talked about the Tulpa Effect, Slenderman, and quantum physics. And I wrote about these things in Cretins. So, I like to keep these videos at 10 minutes. I'm going to show you the page that I'm going to be reading from. Right here. And then I'm going to read from it. I talk about the blue pill, red pill thing in here, by the way, early on. But this is roughly page 83 in my book. Okay. And the context is the protagonist was let out of an asylum. And there's CIA programs going on, etc. And now he's trying to program a new version of Polybius, which is this urban legend game where it drives people crazy. This game drives people crazy. Supposedly started in Portland somewhere. So the protagonist's girlfriend is Japanese, and her cousin is Satoshi Nakamoto. Satoshi Nakamoto is the mythical founder of Bitcoin, but I also attribute that he started the Slenderman legend, or at least had something to do with it. And his cousin, Sakata, the girlfriend, she's the one that suggested we put Pokemon characters into our world. So I talk about it. So this is Satoshi. He's saying, so it's an onion. Polybius is a cyber onion, a mental maze. Satoshi was intrigued, but something lurked. I can get in trouble for this. I can have lame-brain government agents come after me like they did you and Sakata. That's where the deep web comes into play. That's where Polybius is really housed. Do you know why Napster failed? We have to think about these things. Donovan programmed best when filled with cheap sugars. He went to Sakata's fridge and came back with a couple of sodas. Metallica? It was a joke. Satoshi saw the disappointment in Donovan's face. Satoshi became serious. It was out in the open. It was an easy target to hit. Lawyers ran everything. Life was no longer closer to the heart. He accepted a soda from Donovan. Satoshi said, Kaza made it because it was peer-to-peer, no centralized system. Donovan was glad that he didn't have to explain the basics. And that's what Polybius has got to be. It has to live in the deep web. Dark web, Satoshi commented. In my circles, we say dark web. The semantics don't matter. Donovan thought of an analogy. Have you heard of the deep state? If I have to guess, it's the hardliners in Russia. It's the guys who didn't want the Soviet Union to dissolve. It's the guys who kidnapped Gorbachev. So, it goes on, and let's see the next page right here. I'll show you where Slenderman comes in. See that? Slenderman. So, not only did he start Bitcoin, but this guy had something to do with the beginning of the Slenderman myth out there, urban legend. And that's in my book, Cretins. I'm going to show you some other things, and we'll just comment on these things real quick. Here we go. All right. See, that's my video yesterday that I posted. But let's get to Slenderman. There's Slenderman. He's a tall, faceless businessman, extra long arms, tentacles, but not always, coming out of his back. Here's people first heard of Slenderman, from what I understand, at Creepypasta. And he became real to a few people, and that's an understatement. Somehow the quantum physics is explaining, and there's science behind it. This is the double slit experiment. It's a delayed choice where consciousness is affecting how these scientific results happen. It's kind of weird. And time travel has recently been proved, supposedly. So here's just some images. I talked about the holographic universe, which was recommended by a guy that used to hang out in our circles. And it talks about how your mind shapes reality. Quantum entanglement. Einstein didn't believe this. He used to debate with Niels Bohr. He called it spooky action at a distance. He said God does not play dice. That's what Einstein said. But Einstein didn't have the technology, and now they have the technology to prove these things. Schrodinger is a guy that talked about entanglement, and he used a cat as an example. A cat in one box being alive, a cat in another box being dead, where these subatomic particles are spinning in opposite directions, and they're affected by one another. So here's this one. Schrodinger's cat walks into a bar and doesn't. Funny, huh? I don't always sit in a box, but when I do, I'm both dead and alive. More jokes there. So this is from the Pokemon. We put Pokemon in a river. The town where they're at is in Highland, which is about a half-hour drive from where I'm at. And this is just, Satoshi. My idea of what Satoshi might be programming. He's programming Polybius for Donovan. Donovan's giving him the ideas, but this guy knows the code. This is the LA River, which is similar to the wash that's over here. Over here it's called the Santa Ana. This is the movie Grease, where they're racing in the wash. And I was talking about how Satoshi is the mythical, you can check it out on Wikipedia or anywhere else, he's a mythical founder of Bitcoin. So that's about it. The Tulpa Effect is new to me as far as the terminology. It's from Buddhism, I understand, but the concept's not new to me. And there's a Slenderman. Okay.